It's Brian from Momentum, showing you guys how to do brakes real quick. This is specifically for disc brakes on a Ford Neon. Ford Neon. Dodge Neon. So what you're going to do is, all brakes are different, but they're all basically going to have almost the same components. You're going to have two bolts that are holding the actual caliper to the disc. It's this bolt right here and this bolt. On this setup, it's a 10 millimeter, but from the brakes I've done before, they're usually a little bit bigger. And then these bolts are just in case you want to take the whole caliper off so that you could do the actual disc on them. So basically what you're just going to do is loosen these bolts, and after I'll do that, I'll get back to you guys. Alright, so now that we got the two bolts off, that's basically all that's holding it on. For some other cars, you might want to like stick a flat head in between, because there's this piston that's still holding it in pressure. So if you want, you could put a flat head in there and just release the pressure on it so that you could take it off a lot easier. You don't have to do that, but it's good to do it sometimes. And yeah, so then after you do that, this should come off easily. And here what you're looking at, what we're going to be changing is this part and this part, and those are your pads, brake pads. But first what you're going to want to do is you're going to get, I have a C-clamp. There's a lot of different ways to do it. But you'll get a C-clamp, you'll put it on the caliper, and what you want to do is squeeze this back into the piston as far, and try to make it flush as possible so that you can take these out without a problem. Because right now, if I pull these out, I can pull it out, but it'll be a lot harder to take it out just because there's no space to play. So a good thing to do is just push it back in there and put the C-clamp in there so that you can push this rod back into the caliper. And after we do that, we'll basically just put the new pads on, and then we'll show you how to do that in a minute. Alright, so now now that we got the old pads off, we're gonna want to put the new pads in. As you guys can see, the piston is all flush with the side of this caliper. Usually that will come up if we pump the brakes, this will actually come out, and that's what compresses these two together to squeeze against the actual disc. But as you guys can see, this is a new one, and this is the old one that he had on his car. So you guys can see the wear and tear that happens on these. Just look at the thickness differences. And when you guys want to put them on, just look at the shape of them. So this part goes inside of this hole, and what you're gonna do is just make it flush. All right. So basically, if you want to know if it's like this or like this, just go with the shape of the actual caliper. So it's arching down. So you're just gonna put it in like that. You might have to pinch the two to make them get in, but just playing with them a little bit, you'll get it in just that easy. And the other one, for these, same thing, just make it go. These actually have clamps on them, so if you guys can't get over them, just get like a screwdriver, pinch them out a little bit, just to make it a little bit easier. And it's that easy. It's really not that hard at all. Now what you're gonna do is actually get grease. And you're going to put it, you can put it inside of here. The best thing to do is just put it right here and then put it on the tip of the screw so that you oil up the whole inside of this so that there's no squeaking while you brake. But yeah, after that, after I get the grease because I have to go get it, we'll get back to you guys. This is my bottle of grease that I have. Best thing to do is have like a brush that you use. And what you're going to do is you want to put them right there. All right. You put it on the edge of the two holes. Lather it, don't be shy, and then you'll get the bolt and you'll put it on the tip of the bolt, just so that you can lube up everything on the inside, and it also lubes this part up just so that there's absolutely no squeaking at all during the actual process of braking. But after we get this on, we'll get back to you to see the final product. Alright, so now that we got our pads all greased up and got all the pads actually in place, what you're going to do is, I like to put two lug nuts in here just to hold it in place so that the disc isn't moving around. On some cars, there's actually a screw that goes into the backhoe so it doesn't move around. This car doesn't actually have that. But yeah, now all you got to do is, these rods where you put your grease on them, you got to want to push it back on both of them, because if you don't push them back, it won't wrap around this. It'll just keep hitting this metal piece. And you don't want that because then you'll never align it. Now all you're going to want to do is line it up, just wiggle it around. You might want to get like a screwdriver or something, push the rod back as you push it in. Alright, see, like we got that top side in now. And for the bottom, same thing, just move the rod around so that you can get the thing in, just line them up. And basically it's just wiggling it around. And after you get them all lined up, all you gotta do is get the screw, put them on, tighten them on, and then put the wheel back on. And after that, when you do get brakes, it's like recommended for like 2 or 3 days that you like start braking a little farther back just to like wear them in, and just to make sure they're actually tightened on correctly and everything. And after you finish, just move it around a little bit, pump the brakes a lot, make sure that it's all tight, and that should be it for changing brakes. It's not really that hard. Anyone can really do it. All you gotta do is just have patience. But yeah, that's really it. This is Brian from Momentum, signing out.